Hi, it's me, your friendly neighborhood archivist, back again. Yes, I'm drunk, but more importantly, more importantly, okay, I know in some past video I said I would like to do the video um, with Ken, but unfortunately he wasn't feeling up to it. He just wanted more to chat, so this is me just picking up the slack for that. So this is me reviewing things. She-Hulk sucks. That's it. I mean, it was nice to see Daredevil in a yellow costume. Not entirely sure as to why. I mean, it's supposed to be a reference to the a costume he wore briefly. I hope also briefly from the comic, and I mean that is really, really the only. I mean, we're in episode 8, I think, and it's like we're just now getting to something a little bit more interesting and opposed to the past episodes, except for episode 1, where she does do a fight scene. You know, what things She-Hulk is supposed to do. I know they're doing Ally McBeal. I get that. I get that. I get that. But honestly, I am just so bored and disappointed in this. Well, in Disney in general. I mean, just straight up bored. Anyway. But it's nice to see her actually do something other than vague, lawyery things. So that was kind of nice. Trailer alert, trailer alert. Uh, there was there was this awesome trailer called Deadly Night. Oh my goodness gracious me! It's like if Die Hard was an actual if John McClane literally was Santa Claus in the first Die Hard, this is what this movie would be. Is Santa Claus comes to this like billionaire's house and he finds himself in the middle of a hostage situation. I mean, my God, why didn't we have this sooner? Um, Back in the early 90s, I swear, it's like, duh, this is an awesome concept. And it reminds me a lot of. You remember Scrooge with Bill Murray? See, I think I have it here somewhere. Maybe not here, but I have it. I know I do. It There was an opening that kind of throws you off because it's a psych. This was really a production movie. With Lee Majors, a $6 million man, shows up at Santa's North Pole, Santa's workshop. Well, he's under attack by Lebanon terrorists or something like that, and so Santa gets Santa and the elves get armed up. He says, "This is one Santa who's going out the front door." Oh, I love it. I love that opening. So that's what it reminds me of this. It's this Santa is like, "Oh, I'm in the middle of this. Okay." Um, So it's no longer Mr. Nice Santa. This is he goes on the offensive and just starts, smacking these guys around because he literally is an immortal magical being. So he just starts smacking them around and gets into fist fights and somehow gets tied up with Christmas tree lights. I'm not entirely sure how that happens, but the thing is he fights people and it gets gruesome. It gets violent. Like ooh, Christmas starts in the eye. Ooh. Then he plugs it into the wall, and the terrorist guy, shorts out and dies. Okay, brilliant. And that's reminds me a lot of also. Dang, I forget what the name of it is, but there was a also. I'm blanking on it. John McClane's actor guy. He was also in another film about another hostage situation where he has to go in and try to save the day too. But anyway, the Heaven Can't Hardly Wait. There were two different versions, two different titles under that. It's like, wait, which one do I take? It was a whole thing. But anyway, yeah. So I highly recommend that movie. And I recently got a hold of where is it? Where did I put it? this movie DVD thing. Oh, right here, right here. Yes, called Henry and Me. Yeah, there he is. Well, about title, little boy discovering he has cancer and he's about to go into surgery or something like that, or a tumor, something or other, and he's about to go into surgery. And then he gets visited by, ugh, crap, let me just read you the back, because this gets very schmaltzy. Ugh. When Jack is thrown a curveball at such a young age, a magical guide named Henry takes him on an unforgettable adventure. On their journey, Jack's dreams come true when he meets his biggest heroes, the New York Yankees. Through meeting the Yankee legends of both past and present, he learns valuable lessons that will give him the strength to go up against the greatest battle ever. Okay, now I must explain this. This adventure that he goes through, by the way, he's unconscious through most of it because he's in surgery. So, yeah, he has to fight this on a subconscious level, I guess. I'm not entirely sure, because it's all just in the span of one surgery, which might last several hours. So he gets visited, so it's sort of like Field of Dreams, spliced with anything else done by the Dove Foundation, or any of those animated religious, cartoons. There are quite a few dozen out there, just letting you know. So, yeah. The magic lets him be healthy for 5 minutes, gives him his hair back. He meets a pretty girl on the magic subway he finds himself in. Because one moment he is, attached to an IEV in one of those rollout beds in the ICU hallway. The next, this magical angel ghost shows up and says, "Let's go on an adventure." Well, I don't know. See, I can't really do that. I am attached to an IV. Magic powers. And then it's like, oh wait, my IV's gone and my hair is back, and we're on a subway train. All right, whatever. And then this little girl shows up. I think it was going to be the love interest, someone else who in the hospital he'll eventually meet and then grow up and fall in love with later on. Yeah, that doesn't happen. This is not a freaking teen romance in any regard. It's just him, like I said, in Field of Dreams, him just meeting, past players and getting some amount of, inspirational speeches about acceptance. Well, he nearly dies in surgery. Yeah, that's entirely how that works. Sure. Whatever. It's good for peace of mind. Beyond that, not much else of entertainment value unless you are a humongous fan of the New York Yankees and are heavily religious. Moving on. The Blacklist Season 9 just premiered. I'm just watching that now. That's rather interesting. Still continues the story. Elizabeth is supposedly dead again, so I'm like, well, I'm holding my breath out, and I still think my theory is that they're both still alive. Oh! Remember when Joan Bob Briggs said if this movie can, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, well, no, it was Evil Dead. When Evil Dead can be shown on public television, that what was it? That Texas Chainsaw Massacre can be shown on the Disney Channel. Now you think Disney has standards and practices, as you do. Right, sure. Max Devlin, anyone? The Lone Ranger? Christ, I mean, yeah, I know we're trying to go for gritty edgelordness and realism, but seriously, God, like, wow. So, in the face of actual progression, we have the first trailer, well, not trailer, but the first 5 minutes, the opening 5 minutes of Owl House Season 3 at the New York Anime Expo, I think it said, or Comic Con or something like that, but it was at a convention. And they showed it, and I'm there like, what? I am at a coffee shop, so I don't get monetized, with the people around me, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, they said it a little too loud. No one turned and looked at me, so I really doubt I said it that loud. But I watched this thing, and it was everything I thought it would be. It's perfect. It sets up everything. There's a time skip. You look a bit older for, I'm guessing, a month or two before school starts. I'm guessing school started in September, before October, of course. So I'm pretty sure Luce went to school before Halloween, I would believe. Now, that being said, apparently this all happened, all of season 1 and 2 took place in the span of 2 to 3 months. So, yeah. Even if if Luce started out in episode 1 in about mid-June, this should be at least August. If not the end of August. Or sometime in September. Just saying. And we see the cast, we see the characters apparently have a spontaneous, month-long growth spurt where suddenly they grow up 4 inches and bother to change their clothes. Just saying. Hunter has changed his looks, and now he just looks a little less like Bellows with long hair. V has decided to become a boy-ish, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks boyish. I'll have to confirm. I don't know. I didn't exactly freeze frame it or anything, so I don't know. Willow, Gus also are settling in rather well after the initial shock of human stuff. And Camilla is surprisingly well accepting of this, considering that she's been living with V for the past, month. So, yeah. Everything about it looks good. No qualms. No qualms. I heard that Luce's outfit will be more in with her original concept art outfit, I guess. I've never seen it before, so that's what they said it was. So I'm like, cool. That's good. If they want to do that for the specials, fine with me. The growth spurts, again, we got to change up these characters and age them up a little bit, because, teens do age. And they haven't really aged too much in the past 2 seasons until the last couple of episodes of season 2, where Luce actually has longer-ish hair. So, having them actually look older, kind of, even though it was 6 weeks later, more or less. Yeah. Or a month or 2, I'm not entirely sure. But it was nice seeing them, interact, and Luce kind of lamenting on the fact that she can't do glyphs anymore, and that all the magic is now relegated to just her girlfriend and the others, and changing by V. Eventually, at some point, that's going to come to a head, because they're still stuck in the human world, and we saw them try to get back using the door and other stuff, and that didn't work, because, again, you're in the human realm, not the magic realm. So, yeah, I think Bellows is going to be the threat, /answer / knowledge of the magic crisis to get back by the end of the special, or something to that regard. And, yeah, I am hoping really hard that we get a subplot, or, I don't know, A or B plot, I don't know, I don't care. Just these two. Oh, and Luce has on a laptop a Lumity Productions of I love the fact they managed to assimilate that into the canon. Illumity, um, their couple name for that. So cute. Illumity Productions. Luce has put up on our laptop, editing together that "Hi, I'm bi." So she has that as an outing to her mother, saying that yes, I'm bi, and this is my girlfriend you've met. So yeah, so she came out to her mother finally. Again, no qualms, no qualms, no qualms, no qualms. I like this. I like this. And you just heard the audience. I love watching these things from those little ballroom, theaters. They just sound so echoey and epic. It's really nice. And you hear the cheers from the crowd when they're like, "Ah!" So that's nice. I can't wait for the 15th. I am just on pins and needles waiting to see. And the first 5 minutes, again, that was awesome. I loved it. Just to get something that's good. And I heard that the Ladybug Awakening will be happening sometime this year, I believe. Possibly in select theaters. I'm hoping, at least. I don't care if I have to go to LA on a weekend to see it. I'll go, of course, or whatever. And the new season will be opening up soon. That's in a few months. And we'll continue on until next summer, I believe. We'll finally come to a head on this whole relationship square thing. Because it's... they're making it kind of stupid for the past 5 seasons. That's why a lot of the fans have, fandom has dumped on this. Saying I'm out. I was out too for all of 5 minutes until you showed that there was, actual ending, and then the next season, end of season 4, into season 5, where it's like, okay, now they're actually seem to be getting somewhere with this relationship. Because you're taking your sweet ass time, and that's not what fans like, is people taking their sweet ass time of, they're still friends. Yeah, still friends. Are they advancing the relationship any further? Kinda, sorta. No, wait, we're back to square one. So they're back to friends again. Okay. Are they advancing it in this season? Kinda, sorta. I mean, we had that episode saying the alternate timeline. Okay, so no then. Alright. It's like, it's that, and it's just not pleasant having fans try to hang on to your good series, but always going back to zero it's very testing of their patience, and so we see a lot of people jumping ship. And now with the new season showing up, we'll probably see a lot of those people coming back. Now they're deciding to say that the relationship will be taking a lot more of a center stage. Astrid, we hope so. I was really tired of this having just an episode and then gone, sort of a thing. So we're hoping that the final season, 5th season, will be a lot more of that. And if there is a 6th season, that you commit to something. Now, what else was there? Benicio del Toro, I think, or whichever del Toro, is doing a new Pinocchio film, which people suspect will be better than Disney's Pinocchio remake. Because Disney's Pinocchio remake, live-action CG thing, was not very good or well received. It's like anything else made by Disney right now, no one is liking it. At all. Yeah, surprise, surprise. But, I mean, Lion King and everything else did well because, well, you started from the base structure and you kept relatively close. Not a one-to-one all the way across in every single one, but you stayed relatively close. That it's basically the same story. With Pinocchio, you changed enough details that people were wondering, gee, why is this character being so stupid? And it's like, okay, so he's still a wooden boy by the end. Again, of course, the classical cop-out by the end through their means or by something else, they still get their happily ever after. This still stating that Pinocchio doesn't deserve his happily ever after, or at least hasn't earned it yet by his own hand. Okay, yeah, it's a bit of realism, But honestly, to really come to Disney for realism, uh, so it's a mixed bag. It's horribly complicated, but upsetting the fans is not your forte, Disney. Well, it is now, but you know, usually as an entertainment business and company, that's not supposed to be. Either is stiffing your employees on company benefits. Apparently, I mean, yeah, I saw the trailer for that documentary. I believe that. I was outsourced by Disney. You know, the company I work for, is outsourced, to Disney because apparently having their own janitorial staff doing their own cleaning was apparently too expensive. So outsourcing it for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars cheaper would have been, yeah. They paid us like horrifically tight minimum wage for crying out loud for the work we did all night long. 5 days out of the week, you'd think they'd give us a little bit more. Well, gave me a little bit more, but again, I'm working for a company that best not go into that. I'll be here all night, but yeah, let's just say Disney knows how to be cheap about it. Pour hundreds of millions into projects, but Lord knows not to put any of that money towards actual cleanliness. Why should I put the plastic down, Greg? You're gonna clean this table anyway, where they do all the cooking and not pottery. It's the other one. Bakery. So why should I put tarp down? You're gonna clean it anyway. That's why I laughed. I was like, I'm not dealing with this insanity. Because then when shit's dirty, who do they come to? Me, because that's my job to keep it clean. But then they'll just, walk all over it with their dirty, dirty shoes. I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. Truth. Well, of course, that was years ago. So I'm sure they put down a tarp now. So, yeah. Anyway, still going through all these boxes, having to try to figure this out. I think I figured out a solution to my problem, which is take these two shelves you see behind me and put them onto those shelves over there where the Disney section is to make them as tall as they're supposed to be. Now, if I did that, that would help with, well, quite frankly, all this. There'd be enough space for it. And then if I transferred all of the Disney stuff here, keep the anime stuff over there, buy new shelves, of course, obviously, but put the live action section here with both top parts. That should work. If I double everything, that should be fine. So then it would fit all this here in front of me. Sorry, all this here in front of me. It would fit it all, I know that. But that's a massive undertaking. I would have to take everything out, and that's a good long weekend. And I do not remember entirely where I put the extra pieces. I know I put them aside somewhere in some box someplace. Possibly in the closet, but I mean, yeah, that would totally work if I just put those two up there. Boom. Live action section. Boom. Disney here. Boom. Well, Disney / cartoon section. That would just work. Because then it would be longer, and then that would fit all the Disney stuff. The stuff up there would be along with everything else, and that would work. Hey. Massive, massive undertaking. But it should work just barely. Better than most things. But that's my problem. So yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. Oh, I didn't really talk about Paradise Cinema, did I? Or Cinema Paradise, or Paradiso. It's a Spanish, Italian, it's a European film. It's in subtitles. Now there's a theatrical edition and director's cut. I suggest the director's cut because that actually bothers to explain the love story properly and give that a more satisfying conclusion rather than just a drop subplot, which is the theatrical edition tends to do, is kind of go from point of life to this guy's point of life. He's 8, he's 12, he's 18, he's his late 20s to his 40s and all that stuff. So and it goes from life moment to life moment to life moment. Feels a little cut, like Thief and the Cobbler. It feels this scene, then this scene, then this scene. It feels like there's something missing there. It feels like there could be more here between these fade outs. Just saying. So yeah, director's cut, I highly recommend for that story. It's a bit sad, but it still shows the life of a projectionist slash director, writer, creator guy. Yeah, apparently he went to America or something and became famous by making movies or something. I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, yeah. And I heard about the movie through Eden of the East, so yeah. So yeah, that's about it. And I have a pile of DVDs to go through. Lord knows where I'm going to put them. I'm going to try to put everything in action-y here, so that it's at least all in one section. And yeah, that's about it. Yep. Oh, so much to see in the following weeks. Good premieres. Owl House, Ladybug. Maverick's still in theaters. Not surprised there. That was a good series to walk through. Oh, and Pantheon is now in its 6th episode, I believe. 6th or 7th episode. And yeah, one of the uploaded AIs decided to say, let's share this with the world. Because he's an idiot. It's like they'll send their best and brightest. And their best and brightest are horrific monsters who, destroy things. And it's like, idiot, you created an arms race. And the rest of the world will be, stuck in the crossfire because he's an idiot. But yeah. I think how this is going to end out is that all the AIs are most likely going to be destroyed or saved. I'm not entirely sure. All I know is that by the end, the wife of the lead character of the dead dad, the husband of the dead lady are going to get together. And I'm pretty sure in Cyber, the vice versa are also going to get together. That would be my guess, how it's all set up. If you watch for the word cues, in the script, you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, and that Caspian will wind up with our main girl. And that's about it. It's still interesting. I'm liking it in the place of Invincible Season 2. I think it's a very interesting concept to see what happens if you upload an intelligence. How will everything be? And the guy's like, the guy can feel sex. It's like, if you manage to represent that in a way the mind can interpret it as sex, then yeah. He's having epic sex with cat girls in his own little harem. The new AI guy, the new AI is being added, so it's like, yeah. He's like, huh. Because that was one of the concerns back in the day. If like I've uploaded my AI, then an attractive woman walks by my screen. They even did that with Metallo in Superman. Where it's like, I can't smell flowers, I can't even, looks back at, the hot chick on the yacht, is like, I can't even, it's like, yeah, we get it, the dialogue won't let you say that, but we get the concept. So yeah. I highly recommend it. What was it that was coming out on Peacock? Darn. There was a movie coming out in theaters and Peacock. I forget what it was. Something I was looking forward to. Super Mario Brothers, that looks kind of good. Toad seems manic and annoying. Slumberland looks pretty interesting. Nemo is now a girl. I did not know Nemo was both male and female name, like Sherlock. It was really a thing. I love when he says that. He says, "We're not naming our child after you. I just want you to know that Sherlock really is a girl's name." It's like, we're not naming our child after you, Sherlock. But it still looks good. Violent Night, I told you about. Time Fighters. Wait, Time Fighters. Oh, right, that'll be coming in a week or so. Yeah, so. Oh, right. So, yeah. That's everything I can think of off the top of my head that sounds interesting. Again, I'm only working on a tablet, no editing software, no nothing. But if you like the products I have created on this website, including Ladybug, let me know. If you guys are still fans of Ladybug, let me know so I can upload the rest of the dozen or so chapters of In Heat. I will put that up. Remember, that's under educational. That's filed under educational. Because people need to learn how to handle their emotions in high school. Just letting you know. Trust me, if I know this stuff, if I listened to this stuff like this earlier, that would have saved me a lot of time, effort, and grief. Trust me. So, yeah, so let me know if you all want to hear more from it. I am still trying to put that up, but, you know, I don't know if there's really much of an audience for it, too much, other than the first 8 to 16 that like to hear these things. But if there are more people, I'd be more inclined to do that. So if you're an audience member for that and you're waiting for the next chapter, let me know, and I'll put it up and have what constitutes as Siri read that to you. Alright, so I guess that's everything for now. And if you have other ideas for other Ladybug fanfics or other fanfics you want me to put on this to read, let me know, and I'll check them out, and hopefully I'll be able to put them on the site. Alrighty, so take care, and as always, see you at the movies. Bye.